The season of floods and cyclones sets the tone for federal parliament's return this week. Politicians will come together on Tuesday to mark the death and damage of summer. But the display of unity is not likely to last long. Julia Gillard and Tony Abbott remain sharply at odds over how to pay for disaster repairs. And the opposition leader's starting to name some targets he'd hit instead of imposing a levy. Political correspondent Greg Jennett.
From the ashes of despair.
Whether remembering the Victorian bushfires 2 years ago or this summer's floods and cyclones, natural disasters are framing the start of yet another parliamentary year, and this time pitching the major parties headlong into conflict over the levy to pay for it.
Queenslanders and Victorians have suffered enough without having to suffer yet another new tax.
I think what we're seeing from Tony Abbott is playing politics at a time of national crisis.
Tony Abbott's calling for more subsidised loans for businesses and still promising to find savings to fully match the Prime Minister's $1.8 billion levy.
I'm delivering on the taking.
He's now identified one target, hundreds of millions of dollars worth of water buybacks from the flooded Murray-Darling Basin.
That would be one area that could be very substantially deferred or cut back in the years ahead.
Rough estimates of the combined bill from last week and the January floods range up to $6 billion. That means the government could have to find $4 billion in savings, twice as much again as Tony Abbott.
There are no easy choices left now. So in making further budget cuts, there's going to be some pain around and people are going to have to recognise that.
The ABC's been told big-ticket welfare payments are in the government sights. The $17 billion family tax benefit scheme is being examined, and if eligibility is tightened, it could unlock savings across the board on other allowances and the education tax refund. Their decision won't be declared until the May budget. Tony Abbott's working to release his this week. Greg Jennett, ABC News, Canberra.